United States.
Secretary of State Marco Rubio says travelers from the Congo, South Sudan, and Uganda will also be screened at Dulles, Hartsfield Jackson, Atlanta, and George Bush Intercontinental in Houston. Maryland's Black Attorney General Anthony Brown has named members to a commission investigating young black children who died at a former state-supported facility in Prince George's County. The group will study unmarked graves and recommend ways to honor their lives. And the Supreme Court is siding with death row inmate Terry Pitchford, a black man, in a case involving alleged racial discrimination during jury selection. Justices ruled Mississippi prosecutors wrongly rejected 4 of 5 potential black jurors. The ruling invalidates Pitchford's conviction, but the state can retry him. Get BIN News now on demand 24/7 on the iHeartRadio app.
Fiji Airways on sale. Turn your next trip into something unforgettable with Fiji Airways. Fly nonstop from LAX to Fiji starting from just $349 one way. Your island time is waiting. Book now at FijiAirways.com. That's FijiAirways.com. Conditions apply.
There is no denying that we've always been the conscience of this country. KBLA Talk 1580 is progressive talk radio built for our community, by our community, and with hosts who look like you, live near you, and care about what you care about. 50,000 watts of truth right here in Southern California. KBLA Talk 1580. Listen live on your AM radio dial at 1580 or stream us live on our KBLA1580.com website or on our free KBLA 1580 app.
Unapologetically progressive.
Hey Zoe, I'm calling your show, 'cause I need to know. Show me which way to go before I throw my man out the door.
Okay, hold on a second, Keisha. Just let me ask Ronald exactly what's going on, because it takes 2 to tango, and I need to hear his side of the story.
So she's driving me insane, got stress heavy on my brain. She keeps playing silly games, man, I'm about to bring the pain. We seem to fuss and fight every day and every night. Please give some advice so we can see the light, see the light.
If a person doesn't have understanding, they don't need one. What they need to do is to learn to love unconditionally. This will be enough. Since unconditional love is the Creator Himself, when the Creator Himself dwells in your heart, you don't need to work anything off. Everyone will love you. Everyone will follow you. Everyone will try to chase you, to interact with you in some way, to draw attention to themselves in some way. For magnetism will evolve. It will evolve on its own. It takes skill and practice to keep your energies contained. It is possible. People will cry in your presence. People will laugh in your presence. People will rejoice. Something will attract them. Something will make them constantly try to do something for you, etc. What is this? This is the Holy Spirit. Why does it happen? Because your ego is no longer a priority for you at this point.
Wait. We're going to play that again, because I know people are disoriented. And I hear some voices in the back, and then you hear a translator. I had to set that one up. Listen, Andy, who is that person? Very interesting, though. He said some very powerful things, and it aligns with our topic tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, the VOR, the voice of reason, has returned to the scene of the conversation. And we got a heavy topic tonight. But before I tell you what it is, we got to hear that clip one more time. Let's go.
If a person doesn't have understanding, they don't need one. What they need to do is to learn to love unconditionally. This will be enough. Since unconditional love is the Creator Himself, when the Creator Himself dwells in your heart, you don't need to work anything off. Everyone will love you. Everyone will follow you. Everyone will try to chase you, to interact with you in some way, to draw attention to themselves in some way. For magnetism will evolve. It will evolve on its own. It takes skill and practice to keep your energies contained. It is possible. People will cry in your presence. People will laugh in your presence. People will rejoice. Something will attract them. Something will make them constantly try to do something for you, etc. What is this? This is the Holy Spirit. Why does it happen? Because your ego is no longer a priority for you at this point.
Imran Imram Kriya. That's who that was. This is deep stuff. I'm surrounded by a lot of people who want me to go soft, right? With regards to how I teach and write and express. I'm trying to tear down the scaffolding that said direct truth, direct contact with truth is too overwhelming. I'm trying to tear that down. And so I do topics like this. That man just said, love is God, right? That's what he said. So what if intimate relationship, listen to what I'm about to tell y'all, because everybody wants it Disney-esque. Everybody wants it nice and sweet and neat and nothing, no spillage over the borders. Tonight's topic, the call. Will you answer it? Is unconditional love a calling? Unconditional love is calling. As a calling, why real love may function less like the antics of the Romans, like romance, right? Romance reward, and more like psychological initiation. Be careful what you ask for. I want to be loved. Do you see the call? Will you answer it? And if you answer it, what are your intents? Your intention for answer, right? What's your intention for answering the call? Is your intention to just have a good time? You're not here for a long time? It's a good time, not a long time? Because that's not how that call works. What are your intentions when you pick up the call? We're always asking for something, right, to serve a particular need. But what about the holographic field of needs within you? The call. Will you answer it? Is unconditional love a type of calling? You've heard pastors had a calling. The Holy Spirit called them. If unconditional love is synonymous with God, then relationship must be church. That must be the temple where the God in me connects with the God in you. The call. Will you answer it? Unconditional love as a calling. Modern culture has sold everybody one of the most psychologically seductive lies imaginable, that love functions as reward. You hear people, love always wins. Love is a win. Let me tell you something. Love operates through loss. I know y'all don't want to hear it. Put 1-800-920-1580. Somebody get to the phone now. Love always operates as reward. Lies. Love always wins. Love wins. 1-800-920-1580. Right? All you got to do is heal enough, achieve enough, become evolved enough, manifest correctly, learn your attachment styles, raise your vibration, build up your body, build your brand, build your confidence, become the version of yourself finally worthy of being chosen. But underneath all of that, right, this entire framework sits within the assumption that love arrives as emotional compensation for successful self-improvement. But what if that entire premise collapses under closer examination? What if unconditional love is not a reward at all? So why you always got to go all the way all the way out of bounds? Everything got to be extreme with you. So you're an extremist. Well, in the Bible, is God extreme? You couldn't even look at God's face. Am I lying? We want to bring up the story of Moses? Couldn't even look at him directly. Right? So that's extreme. Okay. What if unconditional love is not a reward at all? What if it functions like a calling? Not a fantasy, not a feeling, not an emotional high, a calling. What if love is about initiation into self, the university of you? The kind of calling that disrupts the life you built around survival and demands, right? The survival. I need you to show up this way. I need you to perform. If you would just understand me, everything would be right. What if love is a calling? Let me say it again. The kind of calling that interrupts the life you built around survival and demands your transformation from the inside outward. Human beings understand external callings easy, right? We get it. Society reveres callings. The athlete accepts pain in the pursuit of personal mastery, right? That's a calling. The game called him, right? The entrepreneur accepts uncertainty in pursuit of success on their own terms, right? There's a calling to be my own boss. I had to answer that calling. The Navy SEAL, right? That Navy SEAL accepts suffering in pursuit of rare being selected. That's a rare selection process. Not everybody can be a Navy SEAL, right? The pastor accepts sacrifice in pursuit of answering the call of God. The artist accepts vulnerability in pursuit of authentic creation. The activist accepts danger in pursuit of revealing the truth, right? Nobody expects those journeys to preserve comfort, ego, certainty, or identity. Do you see where I'm going? Nobody expects those particular journeys that I outline to preserve comfort, respect my peace, ego, this my truth. Certainty, I need consistency, or identity. Who you think you talking to? 1-800-920-1580. In fact, the destruction of the old self is considered proof that the calling is real. For the pastor, you can't be who you were before you heard the word of God that called you into ministry. Am I lying? For the Navy SEAL, whatever weakness, or Delta Force, or Green Beret, or whatever special, I don't know. But you can't have a modicum of the weakness that you used to carry around in you if you're going to be answering that particular call, right? For the activists, you know you're putting yourself in harm's way every time you open your mouth. You've accepted it. Not in relationships. What if love is the opposite? What if love is the call that calls you out? Do you see? The destruction of your old framing, your old thought process, your old sense of self is called out in those various fields. But what if love is telling you the same thing? You got to get called out. The old you cannot persist here. The destruction of the old self is considered proof that the calling was real. He was like that, but once he heard the word of God, it changed everything about, she was like that, but do you understand? 1-800-920-1580. But the moment love begins demanding the same level of internal transformation, many modern folk suddenly call the process too intense. That's why I say I'm surrounded by people. You talking, they can't handle it. It's too much baby food. And give them, these is grown folk. The call. 1-800-920-1580. I will answer the call if you call. Do you see? The moment love begins demanding the same level of internal transformation, the same as a Navy SEAL or Delta Force or pastoral work, do you understand? It's too intense. It's emotionally unsafe. I'm losing myself. You got to lose yourself to become a SEAL. But you refuse to lose yourself to become real. 1-800-920-1580. Get to your phone lines. Get to your phone lines. Bad timing or too much pressure, right? The contradiction exposes the hidden fracture underneath modern intimacy. People will answer external callings that require physical exhaustion, financial instability, public humiliation, restless discipline, and identity reconstruction, while simultaneously rejecting internal callings that require emotional exposure, nervous system honesty, vulnerability, accountability, ego dismantling, and genuine relational presence. Andy, why? Why will we take on the daredevil calling, but not the care devil calling? When I come forward, the voice of reason, I'm going to keep this fire lit. Let's get it.
Reasons. The reasons that we're here, the reasons that we fear, our feelings won't disappear. You're listening to the Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
Let's be real. For too long, too many of our students have sat in overcrowded classrooms in underfunded public schools.
But as head of the San Diego School Board, Richard Barrera changed that.
Under Barrera's leadership, student literacy rose from the state average all the way to #1 among major urban school districts. Barrera led the way for smaller classrooms and for teachers to be paid what they're worth.
Barrera funded more counselors and mental health services, and community schools that teach real-world skills for future jobs.
A community organizer who became an education leader to fight for our kids. The only candidate for State Superintendent of Public Instruction,
backed by the 310,000 classroom educators of the California Teachers Association. Vote Democrat Richard Barrera for State Superintendent.
Ad paid for by California Teachers Association Independent Expenditure Committee, not authorized by a candidate or committee controlled by a candidate.
Hear that? That's the sound of your life. Perfectly imperfect. Beating in rhythm to the world you've created. But every time you drive after drinking, the music gets drowned out. Your life sounds pretty great. Don't let a buzz ruin it. Buzz driving is drunk driving. Don't drive buzzed. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
We love America in spite of, not because of. And that's the deepest kind of love. This is KBLA Talk 1580.
Let's celebrate.
Y'all did it!
Loving each other, needing each other.
Hey, Los Angeles. KBLA Talk 1580 is turning 5, and we're celebrating in a big way.
Oh my God!
Join us Friday, June 19th, Juneteenth, 4 to 7 p.m. at the Beehive for our 5th anniversary bash and Juneteenth celebration. We're talking surprise celebrity guests, a special presentation, and a major announcement you will not want to miss.
I can't wait to hear it.
Plus, live music, dancing, games, and enough food and drink to keep the party going.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Of course, you're welcome to bring your own picnic basket, blanket, and lawn chair. And the best part, it's completely free. But here's the thing. You've got to sign up in advance. Space is limited, so don't wait. Head to KBLA1580.com right now and lock in your spot. Friday, June 19th, The Beehive, KBLA Talk 1580. 5 years strong, and we're just getting started.
Happy anniversary, KBLA!
Yeah, man! You know you want some more. It's the Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
When you truly love somebody, truly, here's the thing about love. Love is unconditional. That's the first thing I want to say.
Is it really?
Love is unconditional. If it's conditions on it, it ain't love. It's a contract. And that's okay if both of you agree on those terms. She may agree. We have a pleasure contract. We got an economic contract where you're going to take care of me. And as long as you take care of me, I'm going to be your woman. The Puff Daddy arrangement. You feel me? That works for some people. No, you have women like that. You have men like that. Right. I'm going to floss you up. And as long as I floss you up, you're going to be loyal to me. But that's a contract. That's not love. Contracts are different from love. Why? Contracts are conditional. Right. Love is unconditional. If I love my queen, what if she comes home one day and say, hey, baby, I don't want to work this. I don't want to be a lawyer no more. But if I only married her because I like the way her law degree looks on Dr. Umar in public, you see how this goes? She's changing. But if I love her, okay, baby, that's what you don't want to do. You want to go into something.
Okay. Yeah. Dr. Umar Johnson over there cooking. I hear what he's saying. But I'm really trying to pull it down into a deeper level. Education is a calling, yeah? I'm saying there is something in your spirit, in your body, that's calling. You'd rather ignore it and pursue what's out there. Why? Why? Again, people will answer external callings that require physical exhaustion, financial instability, public humiliation, relentless discipline, and identity reconstruction, while simultaneously rejecting internal callings that require emotional exposure, nervous system honesty, vulnerability, accountability, ego dismantling, and genuine relational presence. They'd rather jump out of a plane. They'd rather jump off of a mountain before they looked themselves in the heart. Why is that? Because external callings often upgrade the defenses, often upgrades the identity. But unconditional love threatens identity itself. Let me say it again. Unconditional love threatens identity itself, who you had to build yourself up from. And this is who I am. All of that's in jeopardy when love walks in. Let me get Valerie from Los Angeles in here for this 2-minute segment. I'm going to carry her over off rip. Valerie, come on, get in here. You said this topic landed in your lap. Talk to us.
Well,
yeah.
I'm mourning.
Why?
Mourning a part of myself right now. That's why I haven't been calling in, because I made a declaration as a little girl that I would marry, have children, divorce, and die alone. And a couple of weeks ago, I started working on my mother wound. And commitment came up.
Here we go.
I'm still working through it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to be working through it. Because I was willing to die on this hill by myself for 49 years.
We not doing that. We not going to let you do that. So what you talking about?
I'm dismantling why I made that agreement.
So, I'm recontextualizing the concept of the mother wound. I've changed it into the mother room in my new book. The original environment you carry inside yourself. The original environment, the environment you modeled in childhood, you carry it. It's portable now. And you try to terraform every new room you go into. You try to turn it into the original mother room. Not because it was safe, but because it was first. We're going to dismantle it, child. Stay with me. The voice of reason and Valerie from Los Angeles. We're about to cook it up.
fire tonight. It's the Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams, exclusively on KBLA Talk 1580.
I'm Amber Payton with BIN News Now. JFK International is one of 4 U.S. airports designated for passengers arriving from African countries impacted by Ebola.
We cannot and will not allow any cases of Ebola to enter the United States.
Secretary of State Marco Rubio says travelers from the Congo, South Sudan, and Uganda will also be screened at Dulles, Hartsfield Jackson, Atlanta, and George Bush Intercontinental in Houston. Maryland's Black Attorney General Anthony Brown has named members to a commission investigating young black children who died at a former state-supported facility in Prince George's County. The group will study unmarked graves and recommend ways to honor their lives. And the Supreme Court is siding with death row inmate Terry Pitchford, a black man, in a case involving alleged racial discrimination during jury selection. Justices ruled Mississippi prosecutors wrongly rejected 4 of 5 potential black jurors. The ruling invalidates Pitchford's conviction, but the state can retry him. Get BIN News Now on demand 24/7 on the iHeartRadio app.
Hard Rock Casino Tejon, where every bite equals rewards time. Savor bold flavors at Deep Cut Steak and Seafood. Discover your love for Pan Asian at Yu or grab a classic at Hard Rock Cafe. Sign up for Unity by Hard Rock today. Must be 21 years of age or older. Problem gambling? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
There is no denying that we've always been the conscience of this country. KBLA Talk 1580 is progressive talk radio built for our community, by our community, and with hosts who look like you, live near you, and care about what you care about. 50,000 watts of truth right here in Southern California. KBLA Talk 1580. Listen live on your AM radio dial at 1580 or stream us live on our KBLA1580.com website or on our free KBLA 1580 app.
Unapologetically progressive.
Hi, I'm Chris Holden, former California Assembly member, former Mayor of Pasadena, and CEO of LA Fire Justice. I've spent my career fighting for our communities. When I saw Edison celebrating $4.5 billion in profits while Eaton Fire survivors struggle to make ends meet, it made me simultaneously sick and furious. Families and individuals are dealing with financial pressure, insurance delays, costly remediation, and the painful question of how to rebuild their lives, while the utility that caused the fire is paying its executives millions and is more profitable than ever. That's not justice, that's a disgrace. Join the lawsuit with LA Fire Justice to hold Edison accountable. We're here to help you, your family, and our community recover. Visit lafirejustice.com today to learn more about your eligibility and how to start.
Advertisement. Douglas Boxer, 221 East Walnut Street, Suite 100, Pasadena, California, 91101 is the attorney responsible for this ad.
LA Fire Justice is proud to sponsor Conversation Live, Altadena Rising with James Farr on KBLA Talk 1580.
Let's be real. For too long, too many of our students have sat in overcrowded classrooms in underfunded public schools.
But as head of the San Diego School Board, Richard Barrera changed that.
Under Barrera's leadership, student literacy rose from the state average all the way to #1 among major urban school districts. Barrera led the way for smaller classrooms and for teachers to be paid what they're worth.
Barrera funded more counselors and mental health services, and community schools that teach real-world skills for future jobs.
A community organizer who became an education leader to fight for our kids. The only candidate for State Superintendent of Public Instruction.
Backed by the 310,000 classroom educators of the California Teachers Association. Vote Democrat Richard Barrera for State Superintendent.
Ad paid for by California Teachers Association Independent Expenditure Committee, not authorized by a candidate or committee controlled by a candidate.
Javier Becerra isn't new to the fight for progress. In Congress, he helped write and pass Obamacare. As Attorney General, he sued Trump over 120 times and won. As Secretary of Health, Becerra took on special interests and lowered drug costs. Endorsed by Planned Parenthood and nurses, Javier Becerra is the fighter we need and the leader we can trust to tackle California's affordability crisis, build more affordable housing, and stop Trump when he violates our civil rights. Ad paid for by Becerra for Governor 2026.
This isn't a talk show. It's a town hall with no walls. This is KBLA Talk 1580.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580 is connecting you with services and solutions. Domestic violence and family violence is when someone in an intimate or family relationship tries to gain or maintain power and control over another through a wide range of abusive behaviors. Every single act may amount to abuse. Abuse can take on various forms: psychological and emotional, physical and economic, and sexual abuse. The Genesee Center Incorporated is a nationally recognized nonprofit domestic violence prevention and intervention organization, housing women and children from 30 days up to 2 years through emergency and transitional shelters. The Genesee Center also provides support services like mental health counseling, life skills classes, computer training, job referrals, after-school programs for children, field trips, tutoring, and comprehensive direct legal services. If you need help or you'd like to donate or volunteer, call the Genesee Hotline, 1-800-479-7328. That's 1-800-479-7328, or visit genesee.org. Everyone has the right to be safe. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
You're listening to the Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams. Only on KBLA Talk 1580.
Tell 'em, oh, it's like, you know, sweet, sweet, tell him, let me be patient, let me be kind, make me unselfish without being blind. Though I may suffer, I'll envy it not and endure what comes, 'cause he's all that I gotta tell him. Tell him I need him, tell him I love him, and it'll be alright. We always want to be used for the glorious jobs. Let God put me on the stage in front of the people in the Grammy show with a nice dress on. Let me just praise your name. But that's not being used. Sometimes in order to be used, you also have to be humiliated. You have to be humiliated sometimes. You have to be kicked and beaten. And in that situation, the person who's kicking and beating, he's feeling more pain than you are. You know, love is an incredible thing, and we don't know love like we should. We always talk about, I have unconditional love. Unconditional love is, we don't even know it, because if a person stops stimulating us, we stop loving them. You're not interesting to talk to anymore. Goodbye. But that real love that sometimes is difficult, difficult to have, that's that love.
No, I saw what you did, Andy. You got us right with her record. Tell him. Then you hit us with her clip that aligns right up with the topic. Love is an initiator? Oh, no. I see the work. You're listening to the VOR, the Voice of Reason, live on KBLA Talk 1580, the most revolutionary, radical, counterintuitive relationship talk show in the world. And I'm asking you, are you brave enough to answer the call? The real call. Joseph Campbell has this imagery within his hero's journey narrative. What gets you on the journey of the hero? What gets one foot in front of the other, heading out the door? It's the call. The call to adventure, the call to life, the call to understanding, the call to transformation. What if relationship is the call? Huh? What if Disney had it all backwards? We got Valerie from Los Angeles on the line. Valerie, come on. Yes. Come on in here. Are you ready to answer the call?
I am. I'm answering it now. I need to clarify one thing.
Mm-hmm.
When I say mother wound, a lot of people associate mother wound with a bad mother.
Right.
That's not it. I just want to be clear
mm-hmm.
so that everybody understands that if you have a mother wound, it is simply something that your mother could not provide.
Right.
Not because she was bad,
right.
but maybe she didn't have the capacity.
Right.
And we need to give our mothers grace because we've been trained from the womb to dump everything on her. She was the first person to recognize every emotion.
Come on. I'm listening. Come on. Let's go.
And decipher it and try to figure it out. So if she missed some along the way, give her some grace.
Yes. Yes.
Give her some grace.
Mm-hmm.
Don't blame her and say you was a bad mama, you didn't come to my soccer game.
Right.
Or you didn't protect me or whatever.
Right.
What helped me with that was what I called in a couple weeks ago about when I said I stopped making myself a main character. When I look back at my childhood trauma, there was blame placed on my mother for how things were dealt with. But my mother's childhood trauma wasn't even spoken about. She did better than what was done for her. And in her moving in the revelation of what happened to me, I was not her co-star. I was not her main character. I was a supporting character. That's like the 4 agreements. It ain't personal. So I can let that go and stop blaming her for things that were out of her capacity. And in realizing that, I realized that my pushback to commitment came from growing up in the shop. First, I said, okay, it came from growing up in a beauty shop and barber shops, hearing people away from their spouses talk about how much they didn't like them or what they were doing against them. So I didn't see a marriage I wanted. But I also knew that my mother's desire for herself and her daughters was to be wives and mothers. So my rebellion, my little a-hole, said, I'm going to be divorced by the time I'm 38 and I'm a die alone. Her biggest fear, I embraced. Cut myself off from the blessing. Self-fulfilling prophecy. And it hit me in the gut last week, and I wept for 2 days for that little girl. I'm mourning her now because she was brave and hard and got me through a lot, but she didn't have to.
Right.
And I feel like now I'm being scooped out. Memories are coming up, trauma comes up, and it just don't hit the same no more. It's leaving. And I don't know what's left, but I really don't care.
Stay right there.
I'm just happy it's gone.
Stay right there. Hey, don't go nowhere, Val. Val is in here. She got her apron on. She cooking up the heat. Listen, the voice of reason is on complete fire. If you want to join the bonfire, bring a log with you. Throw it on there. We want to hear you cook too. The number to dial is 1-800-920-1580. When we come forward, more from Val from LA.
Relationships. Got you confused? Need some straight talk? This is where you get the unfiltered truth about love, relationships, and everything in between. He breaks down relationship dynamics with no-nonsense wisdom and practical advice that actually works. Tackling the questions you're afraid to ask and giving you the answers you need to hear. You're inside the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
Are you still pouring gallons and gallons of water into a thirsty lawn that never seems to get enough water? LADWP has a special offer for a free water-saving front yard refresh available to eligible LADWP residential customers. LADWP handles all the work, including lawn removal, installing an efficient irrigation system, and planting beautiful California-friendly plants. Save water and lower your bill with a free front yard refresh. See if you qualify at LADWP.com/LEAP. That's LADWP.com/LEAP.
Going to a World Cup match in LA this summer? Ditch the parking stress and ride Metro. With direct service from across LA County, it's the easy way to get there for just $1.75 each way.
Let's be real. For too long, too many of our students have sat in overcrowded classrooms in underfunded public schools.
But as head of the San Diego School Board, Richard Barrera changed that.
Under Barrera's leadership, student literacy rose from the state average all the way to #1 among major urban school districts. Barrera led the way for smaller classrooms and for teachers to be paid what they're worth.
Barrera funded more counselors and mental health services, and community schools that teach real-world skills for future jobs.
A community organizer who became an education leader to fight for our kids. The only candidate for State Superintendent of Public Instruction.
Backed by the 310,000 classroom educators of the California Teachers Association. Vote Democrat Richard Barrera for State Superintendent.
Ad paid for by California Teachers Association Independent Expenditure Committee, not authorized by a candidate or committee controlled by a candidate.
We don't do ordinary. This is KBLA Talk 1580.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580, connecting you with services and solutions. These are hard times for housing in America. Too many in our community face barriers to safe housing, behavioral health care, and affirming spaces for healing, particularly those impacted by poverty and stigma or incarceration. Rooted in South LA, Ahmad supports impacted communities through housing, wellness, and leadership development. Ahmad provides culturally responsive, peer-led support from transitional housing and mental health services to leadership development and youth empowerment. They offer safe, affirming houses for youth, transgender women, and formerly incarcerated individuals. Therapy and peer support with a focus on healing trauma in Black communities. HIV prevention and care, free testing, education, and wraparound services for whole person wellness. Standing in the gap with health, housing, and hope. Reach out to Ahmad Institute at 323-569-1610. That's 323-569-1610. Or visit amaad.org. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
You want some more? It's the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
ask 'cause you're so fine. 777-9311. I wanna spend the night with you if that's alright. 777-9311. Ooh, baby, please can I come tonight? Baby, what's your phone number? How can you be reached on a lonely night? Baby, what's your phone number?
If you say love is action, then what of those who do everything right, yet never touch your soul? If you say love is a feeling, what happens when the feeling disappears? Does that mean it was never there? If you say love is choice, does that mean it can be chosen again tomorrow for someone else? If you say love is security, why do you feel most alive when it's uncertain? If you say love is sacrifice, must it always cost you peace? If you say love is loyalty, then what is that thing you feel when your heart still breaks for someone you had to walk away from? What is real love? What is it? How would you recognize it? Is it a feeling, a commitment, a sensation in the chest? Where did you first get the idea of love? And whatever that idea was, did you question it? Or did you just begin searching for someone to fulfill it? Would you know real love if it walked past you quietly without trying to stay? If it didn't promise anything, if it didn't need anything, would you still call it love? Or do you only call it love when it answers your longing? If love does not control, protect, or possess, is it still love? Or has it become something unrecognizable to the part of you that wants certainty? And if your idea of love was inherited, can you be sure you've ever truly loved? Or were you simply fulfilling a role without ever meeting the reality behind it?
Come on, Alan Watts. Don't do people like that. Damn. Alan Watts cooking with the rarest grease. Ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to the VOR, the voice of reason. We're on complete fire tonight. I mean, we in here cooking. I got Valerie from Los Angeles. She's on the line. And let me just say this again, Valerie. I can't thank you enough for you just pouring out your heart. You've been doing it from day one when you first started calling in. Like, you've always been so transparent and so honest, and I just appreciate you and thank you for seeing this as a safe space to do that. Okay?
Give thanks.
I'm giving it to you,
No,
child.
Your approach is like a Vonnegut book. It's coming from every angle. You know, and Vonnegut ain't for everybody as far as multidimensional beings, the Transformadorians. Okay, the nerd came out. But the way you bring all aspects of healing forward and always have a book list.
Right. Yes. That's going to always be there, right?
You know, I ran school libraries for 17 years, and it is special to be able to connect that golden thread. And when I saw you reveal the title of your book, which I'm not going to say, like, that has been the crux of my work for the last year, is to stop being one of those Because I know when I'm doing it. And sometimes I just do it anyway for the heck of it, to torture people out of ego. And I'm aware of it, but ultimately the thread that binds every religion together is to not be one of those.
Right.
So for mankind to stop being a-holes is the work. But we got to admit that we're a-holes in the first place. So thank you for giving me a platform to approach my inner a-hole from every angle so I can't weasel out of it. I read too much. I'm going to weasel out of it and go over there and go over there and go over there and intellectualize my way out of it. But I can't do that here because you read more than me.
Right.
And you got a whole crew behind you.
Yes.
Bringing, you got Andy.
Yeah.
Atala.
Yeah.
Dr. P.
Yeah.
The Queen, Precious.
Precious. We gonna call her Master P.
Master P.
Right.
She's strange, and I like it.
Right.
And it's just a good space, and I recommend the space. I know the people I've recommended it to are going to be listening tomorrow on YouTube. I see y'all. We'll talk. Anyway, I just want to go back to answering that call.
Yes.
It's terrifying right now because I don't know who I am without the armor of the security of saying I can be by myself. Matter of fact, I'm going to be by myself. You hear that attitude? That is what that's the hill I was going to die on. But it was false, and it served nobody because it was from a little a-hole. And she had to go. Not even in the trunk. She had to pass.
Not even in the trunk.
Put her in the ground. So I am properly mourning her now. I don't know what I'm going to be without that declaration. I'm a little scared because that leaves me vulnerable. And in that, what everybody's out here doing this ego flipping and tripping about, not being vulnerable. Let me leave first. Make sure the man loves you more than you love him. Make sure you have the upper hand. I don't want that. I want to love myself enough to love my partner enough so that he can love himself enough so that he can start loving me.
Wow. I love
that. That's Agape. Agape, Ricky Byers Beckwith. It's a beautiful song.
I love
it. But it's my mantra. Just keep on loving me. And that inner critic, which comes from the mother womb, the one who trained us. It's those voice when it comes up. I'm just sitting with decisions and sitting with whatever comes up to make sure if it's me or the inner critic.
I love it. I love it. Guess what you just did, sweetheart?
Brought LA into the building and all my baggage.
It's okay. It's okay. I'm a sky cap. We good. I love it. I love it. I love it. Hey, you already know who that was. That was Valerie from Los Angeles. If you want to call and bring your luggage, I'm here. I'm your sky cap for tonight. 1-800-920-1580, the VOR. When we come forward, trust me, we got a lot more to talk about.
KBLA 1580 Santa Monica.
I'm Amber Payton with BIN News Now. JFK International is one of 4 U.S. airports designated for passengers arriving from African countries impacted by Ebola.
We cannot and will not allow any cases of Ebola to enter the United States.
Secretary of State Marco Rubio says travelers from the Congo, South Sudan, and Uganda will also be screened at Dulles, Hartsfield, Jackson,